My name is Angelica, and welcome back to the Crash Out Carpet Podcast. This is the second episode, and this is basically a podcast where I talk about everything that has been making me crash out recently, whether that's like relationships, friendships, the future, my career, and it's talking about it while on this beautiful carpet from Walmart. It is very soft. I like sitting here a lot, and I am a communication major. I go to Florida Gulf Coast University, and today, one of the things that have been making me crash out is how men lie, how men say things, how they give you this perception of themselves when in reality it's not true. And this is basically my understanding of it and why men say that they date seriously, but in reality, they were never dating you seriously and they were never dating me seriously. So, let's get into it. What made me curious about this was a guy that I recently dated, and I didn't start dating until I was 21 because I've just been seeing my friends go through like the most with guys, and I was like, dang, I don't want to be like that. Well, now I am like that, unfortunately. And what happened is, so I dated this guy like a few months ago. We started dating, and he came on pretty fast. Like, after the second date, he asked me how many kids I wanted. And I was like, oh, damn, I don't even know. Like, I'm 21 years old. I don't even know if I want to bring kids into this, like, political climate and climate change. Like, do I even want to bring kids into this world that's falling apart? But I kind of went along with it. I was like, yeah, maybe, like, one or two. He said that he wanted 4, and I was like, whoa. But anyways, and this entire time he tells me that like he sees a future for us and he's gonna commit, because I would ask him sometimes like, where are we headed, and he was like, oh, I think we're headed somewhere great, and I was like, okay, but deep down I felt it in my core that like something wasn't right, you know. And he would make like all of these big statements, and then after 3 weeks he said he was falling in love with me. And my response to that, I looked at him and I was like, whoa, that's insane. Like, I did not say it back because for me, that's way too soon to say anything with the word love. Yeah, to me, that was just too soon. But I just kind of was like, you know, maybe he feels it in the moment, right? And so then we even went on like this big trip together where I let him drive my car for a total of 6 hours to go to the city and back. Oh my god. And we were never boyfriend girlfriend. And then it ended because he didn't see a future for us. That doesn't even make sense, because how could you say you're falling in love with someone and then a month later say I don't see a future for us? Like, it literally like doesn't make sense. And he also wanted space and to be alone. Like, sir, you were just saying that you were falling in love with me. And yeah, basically that's what I recently went through, and it's made me learn that guys really just try to protect their image by saying that they date seriously when in reality they never do. And it's like I asked him what his intentions are, and he was like, oh, I only date seriously, like I think hookups are pointless. Like, okay, then what are we doing then? You know, it's like, what are we doing if you're saying that you only date serious, but then we aren't dating seriously at all? Anyways, so that's like my recent crash out, is like how guys will literally say anything. And I took some notes on this. Basically, like, men say that they date seriously to try to manage, oh my god, the impression that they give you of them. Like, they're trying to manage like how you see them, and like they try to protect their self-image and to try to make themselves feel better about putting you through this turmoil when it's like they have like no excuse. The reality is they have no excuse, even though they say that they are dating seriously, but they really aren't. And it's like they want to come across as the good guy, you know. And what this does is it creates like an expectation for us women of like, oh, he's gonna commit, like we're gonna be together, it's gonna be great, you know. It creates this expectation, and that like our reaction is explained by the expectation violations theory, by Judy K. Burgoon. It explains how people respond when others' behaviors deviates from social expectations, because guys create this expectation of like they're dating seriously, like they're dating you seriously, but then the reality is they never were. And this creates like cognitive dissonance in us. And cognitive dissonance is when your brain is trying to like understand a situation where it's like the words being said aren't matching the reality, and it creates like this massive tension in your brain, and you're trying to understand it. And we do this by filling in this space, and we create excuses. We say like, oh, he's busy, like he just needs time, like he's going through a lot right now. But that's really us trying to make ourselves feel better for like putting ourselves in this situation, because we're like trying to understand like what they're going through, but then it's like we don't want to feel bad for being in this situation, so we create excuses for it. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about, is like why I think men say things. It's just to like protect their self-image and make them feel better about hurting you, but the reality is like at the end of the relationship, like women, we realize everything. We realize everything, and we're like, dang, I should have left way earlier. But yeah, so when men say like I only date seriously, it's just to protect their image, and it's a marketing strategy. It's to market themselves as like the good guy and that they aren't taking advantage of you, you know? And so I just want to end today's episode with a question. Are you dating someone serious or someone who likes sounding serious? Okay, that was today's episode of the Crash Out Carpet. Comment down below if you've also had experience with guys saying that they date seriously when in reality, like, they never were dating you seriously. And it's honestly like pretty disturbing how men do this. So yeah, that was today's episode of the Crash Out Carpet. See you at the next one. Bye.